Hey, I'm Tyler5053, and this is the 2 jacks and 4 aces trick tutorial. See? For this trick, you'll need 2 jacks, 4 aces. Let me see, 4 aces. I'm using my red deck because not a lot of people have it, and I like it. So you'll need 2 jacks and 4 aces. You'll need to be at least somewhat good with sleight of hand. You'll need to know how to do a swing, pivot, cut, shuffle, which is this. You need to know how to do this. You need to know how to do that. And that's about it. So if you know how to do that, here's the setup for it. You take the bottom 2 cards off and just set them down. Then you take 1 ace, set it there, and set 2 bottom cards down. And then you take 1 jack, see, 1 jack, and you set that down. So the setup for the bottom is 1 jack, 2 random cards, and your ace. It goes just down like that. So it'll look like jack, 2 random, ace, okay? So your top setup is 1 ace, 1 jack, and then 2 more aces. So your top setup looks like this. So it goes from top to bottom, it goes ace, ace, jack, ace. So it looks just like that. That's from bottom to top. Ace, jack, ace, ace. Okay? You set that right on top. So how you start this trick is you tell them about, say this is a story about 2 jacks and 4 ace detectives, okay? So then you tell them that you do a swing, pivot, cut, shuffle, and how you do this, I'll show this in a different tutorial. I'll do a tutorial on that one. So then as you're talking to them, you do swing, pivot, cut, shuffle, which actually never moves a single card out of its place. And then you just throw those top 2 aces, that you had down and say, these are the 2 ace detectives. And then you say that these 2 ace detectives went to a concert, a bank, grocery store, whatever you want it to be, and there was a thief there. And while you're doing this, just to make it a little convincing, you're doing the whole entire time, you're doing swing, pivot, cut, shuffles, just to make it convincing. And you're just saying, this thief, which is gonna be your card, and then you have them pick a card whichever way. I like a Reuben spread because it allows them to feel like they have a lot more control in the trick and how it goes on. So then you say that their thief, which is the 4 of clubs in this particular situation, you say that your thief went to a grocery store, went to a concert, a bank. I like to use a concert. Say that the thief went to the concert, right? And while he was there, he stole some merchandise. So then now your 2 ace detectives are looking for him. So then you just take the 4, and while you're talking to them, down here you're taking 2 cards. Taking 2 cards, jack and the 3, and you're taking them and you're getting just a little break. I don't know if you can see that, but I just have this little break right there. So you just get this little break here. Just get this little break while you're talking to them, and you say, so your thief, he steals some merchandise and he runs. So he's at a concert and he steals some merchandise. As you can see, I'm lifting the break. I'm going to do the break bigger just for instructional purposes here, but you're going to want it to be definitely a lot smaller than that, because that's way too big. So say that the thief went and he stole some stuff. So then these ace detectives are going after him, and when you swing out the top, you just take these 2 cards and put it on top. So now here, which is going to be on the top of the deck, you have their card. Oops. You have their card, a jack. You have their card, a jack, and a 3. Okay? Or whatever your random cards are. So you take that off the top. Okay, so now you have that. So then you do the rest of your swing, pivot, cut, shuffle. So then you do the rest of your swing, pivot, cut, shuffle. So now you have taken these 3 cards on top. So then you want to just get a little break under the jack, just like that, except for you want it to be smaller once again. I'm just using a bigger break for instructional purposes. So you want to get a break like that. This is so that you'll have an easy time double lifting. So you say the ace detectives walked up to the first person. Obviously it's not going to be their card, it's going to be the random card. They talk to them and it isn't them. So then you put the card back in the middle of the deck. But they go up to the next person. They go up to the next person and it is him. But it's actually 2 cards. It's actually the 4 and the jack. But you're going to hold it like this. You're going to have your little break here. And you're just going to pinch the edges like this and lift. So then now it looks like you have 1 card. Now, convinced that I like to do is I like to bend the card. I like to flick it. Just do some stuff with it. And you can even, a way you can hand out this card is if you can palm cards. You palm this jack like this. You just palm it like that. You just like have your hand down. And you can hand out this card for them to inspect. And then you just put it right back on top of the jack. Okay, so you say that they see the guy. So they take him into custody. When it's actually 2 cards. So you set down the 4 and you pull off the jack, which was behind the 4 because you double lifted. So you say that the 2 ace detectives took him into custody. So you see I have ace, jack, ace. So then while you're talking to them, you take your second random card and you put it right on top of the deck. I'll do that again. And another way you can do this, you can take the break again, just like you did with the other card, and you can swing pivot and just grab that again. So you say, so the ace detectives, as you're doing your swing pivot shuffle and you're doing that, getting that card on top, say that the ace detectives went back to the police station just to find out that the thief escaped and they got a guy named Jack. So then what you do after that is you say that now the ace detectives go back to the concert while you're doing a swing pivot cut shuffle there, and they find, but you want to get 3 cards. So you get your jack here. You want to get a break under 3 cards once again, using a big break just for instructional purposes. And they find, so they go back to the concert. They talk to the first guy. It's not him. So then, now you're not going to double lift here. You're just going to pick up the first card. And you say, and they finally got the guy. So they took him into custody, but this time they wanted to be sure that they got the right guy. So what you do with your break here, what you do with the break that you have here is you set the cards on top and you grab that card so that you can see that there's this jack under here. So then after you have this, you say that they wanted to be sure. So 1 ace detective stood there. The other ace detective made sure that it was the guy. You go like that. And all you do there is it's on top of the ace. You just slide the card over and you just take it over. If you want more advice on how to do that, just tell me and I can do a little thing on it real quick. So then you say that they take the guy and you just flip it back over like that. So then now you actually see that you have the ace, the jack, then the 4. So then when that's down, you just take the ace and the jack. And you just take it and you set it down. So now the 4 is still there. But the jack is right there. So then you say that the police officers